This Roblox game gave me nightmares. Hello guys, welcome back to Roblox. Today we will look at some of the scariest Roblox games that give nightmares, so please keep on watching to find out more. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Number 8. Alone in a Dark House. A classic horror setup, this game surprisingly finds you alone in a dark house, collecting clues to hunt down a murderer. Complete with multiple endings, plenty of secrets, and truly atmospheric lighting, this is a great game in its own right. It's best played alone for the full effect, or you can play with up to 20 other players if need be. With blood present and a generally unsettling tone, this game is probably best for teenagers and preteens as opposed to the younger ones. Number 7. It Lurks by Terrible Box. This single-player horror game is not for the faint of heart. Monsters, spooky sounds, and jump scares galore. You'll find all these and more in It Lurks. The premise seems innocent enough. You've got an older, grumpy brother who tells you to get out of his room, and a good-natured dad who leaves to buy groceries, but not before reminding you to get to bed by 10. The spooky stuff begins once you go to sleep. You wake up, everything's dark, and for some reason, you're all alone. You know better than to go to the basement, but that's the only way to get the game started and make it through this terror-riddled night. Thankfully, the graphics aren't too dark. In fact, everything's quite bright and colorful. But just make sure you keep all the lights around you on, just in case. Number 6. Bear Alpha. A nice, simple premise with this one. One user plays as the killer bear who has to kill the other players within 5 minutes. The bear can move slightly faster, but the survivors can use weapons to fight back, making the game nicely balanced. Not advised for children still fond of teddy bears, the game's environments alone are spooky enough, before we even get to the killer bear. Number 5. Horror Elevator. Somewhat reminiscent of Cabin in the Woods, Horror Elevator puts you in a lift which randomly stops at different floors, each offering a different horror scenario. Again, one for the older kids. There's no knowing which monster will appear each time. Number 4. Lloyd Residence by Chuck Lloyd. This game is perfect for those who love to read about myths and listen to scary stories. The premise of the game revolves around Chuck Lloyd, an ancient knight stained by his past dreams and experiences, sleep shortages all the time. Once you play this game, you will see a lot of spirits and ghosts that haunt Chuck Lloyd, trying to kill him. It is a cross between zombies, ghosts, and myths, so the game has a lot more to offer. Based on the myth community, the game is split into 2 games theoretically. Lloyd's Residence, which has the keys, and Chuck's Basement, which has the clues to Chuck Lloyd's backstory. If you like riddles and putting clues together, then this Roblox game will surely be a treat for you. Given that this game has been widely played, there are several forums and theories roaming around the web about this game. Number 3. Dead Silence. Based on the 2007 film, this fan favorite seeks you to discover a body next to a ventriloquist doll, with the only clue a note reading Mary Shaw. One of the few first-person scary games on the list, Dead Silence offers a cinema-level narrative as you unravel the mystery. Probably another one for the older kids. The murder itself is a tad gruesome. Number 2. The Mirror. It may be single-player, but it's all the scarier for it. The mirror sees you completing an obstacle course with nothing but your own reflection. Is your mind playing tricks on you, or is it the mirror? We'd say this one is fine for all ages, but just the right amount of spooky. Number 1. Roblox Horror Tycoon. We've already got a handy list of the best tycoon games in Roblox, but Horror Tycoon spins the genre on its head by letting the player build up an army of terrifying characters. There are actually a few different games with this name, but they all offer pretty much the same gameplay. There are lots of different horror characters to collect, some of them famous, some of them brand new to the world of scares. Slender, a terrifying Sonic character, and horrifying animatronics. Build your Horror Tycoon empire to be the best on the server and give other players the fright of their lives. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any fantastic video from us.